Chapter 12. The woman said that one voice sounded through the throats of the scoundrels who called themselves priests. One voice, Father Anselmo, one horrible sound that belched out commands for the sacrifice of our soldiers. Father Benito was seated in front of his superior. They were again in the monastery library. It was night. Listening to the young priest, Anselmo sat rigidly in the wooden chair while he distracted fingered its bronze rivets. He remained silent, not wanting to interrupt. "It cannot be anything other than sorcery, don't you agree?" Benito's voice was unsteady. "Or trickery." The young man's eyes widened as he discerned a skeptical look in the monk's steady gaze. He recalled their conversation of a few days before, when Anselmo had cautioned him to be aware of sorcery, of hexes, of the power of these people to conjure evil spirits. Now he seemed to be making a roundabout turn in introducing the element of trickery in the place of witchcraft. Benito readjusted himself in the chair and cleared his throat while he dealt with the surprise caused by his new possibility. "Then you don't think that it was the work of Satan?" "Oh, I didn't say that, brother. I'm simply allowing room for doubt. We know that people of this land were indeed in league with the devil. The worshipping of idols, the shedding of human blood, as well as their cannibalistic practices, give ample grounds to believe it. On the other hand," Anselmo's voice trailed, causing Father Benito even more travail and confusion regarding the prior frames of mind. On the other hand, what?" "On the other hand, it could be that the old woman is deceiving you, playing with your imagination. Ask yourself if you have ever heard of such a foolish dance performed by men. Oh, we know that Satan exists and that he held the tribe of his city in his grip. But the early explorers did not describe rituals such as the ones described by your sly old woman, and that must have been because they never happened. What our captains did record were those acts of butchery that proved that the people of the city were indeed pawns of the devil." Benito slouched back in the hard chair, making its leather creak. The thought that his Sicilian was deliberately lying angered him. Yet he knew that Anselmo was right, because nothing that the younger monk had ever read or heard came close to what the woman described that day. Stiff, blackened tongues, rolling white eyeballs, backs bent backward as far as possible, a roaring voice from the entrails of the earth, and everything under the watchful eyes of Captain Alvarado. If such a dance had indeed taken place, certainly he would have written about it. These thoughts made the monk suddenly sit up rigidly, convinced that the Indian woman was feeding him tales and making fun of him. "You must be on your guard." Father Anselmo leaned forward as he whispered his final advice to Benito. "Don't eat or drink anything that she offers you. Keep your distance while you transcribe what she says. Don't allow her to seduce you into believing that her ways were in any manner proper or virtuous. And above all, brother, don't let her make a fool of you by feeding you far-fetched falsehoods invented by her old brain. Don't fall into the trap of trusting her merely because she is aged. Remember the saying that affirms that Satan knows so much not because he is the devil, but because he is old."